Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Adam here with Retro Repairs, and time for a mail day video. So I've got here a number of boxes which I've actually just found in my house. So I was doing a little clearing up. I had a few boxes that I never really got around to opening up for whatever reason, and figured I'd make a mail day video out of it. As many of you might know, I am located in Canada, so for me to buy a lot of these broken stuff, they ship from the US or overseas, and it gets pretty expensive to ship into Canada. So I probably won't be ordering a whole lot lately. Typically, I would just go pick it up in the US since I'm pretty close. But with the borders closed and everything, this might be the last mail day video for a while. We'll see how long this whole shutdown lasts. But enough talking about that. Let's dive right into it. So I've got this little package here. Feels like a Game Boy game, maybe? Pokémon Crystal. Oh, yes, right. So, taking a look at this, you can see those pins are in really rough condition. I might grab a screwdriver. Let's open this up, show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's take a quick peek. As I seem to recall, this one was sent to me by a viewer as a donation, and he had said that either he tried to repair it himself or someone else did and did a number on the board. So take a look at this. As you can see, it looks like these pins have been burned away, so they're just not there anymore. I would say they attempted to replace the battery, and I'm not sure why they were going down here, but as you can see, it's in pretty rough shape. So maybe a candidate for a chip swap onto another board. I'm not sure what other boards use or what other games use this board, so that might not necessarily be economical. I may be able to find a way to replace these little fingers down here. I don't know, be something to look into. I'm not going to tackle that right away, but definitely something to keep an eye on, and I'm going to keep an eye out for solutions for that. The trick with replacing those contacts, I've had some suggestions of using like copper foil tape or something like that, is these take a lot of abuse going in and out, so I need something that will last, something that will adhere to that. It might have to be epoxied on. It's not going to get ripped off or worn out. Anyways, moving on. Let's take a look at this guy here. I'm not really sure what a lot of these are. It's pretty light. Wired controller for an Xbox One. So, someone at some point bought an Xbox One controller and reusing the box for me. Alright, Turbo Pad. So this is for the TurboGrafx 16. Bought this quite a while ago, as I've got a couple TurboGrafx that don't work, and I'd like that to be a project, but never had a controller for it. These are not cheap, even in broken condition. I think they're like 30 bucks or more broken, and they go for quite a bit working. So I managed to find this for a pretty good price. I can't remember exactly. This was quite a while ago again. So should probably be able to start tackling that TurboGrafx project. Alright, moving on. Let's get some of these big ones just out of the way. I want to open the smaller boxes first and then move on to the big ones. So this one I actually do know what it is. This was sent to me again as a donation by a viewer. Just wanted to see if I could do anything with it. Figured it would make a good video, and I'm inclined to agree. Just opening this upside down as I've got my packing slip and or mailing address and everything on the front of it, so there we go. So we've got a Sega Nomad. You know what? I think I want to test this out, see what's going on here. I can't remember what the guy told me, whether or not it didn't work, but what the problem was, whether it was... I know he said there's no battery pack, but beyond that, I honestly can't remember. So I'm going to grab a plug and a game. Alright, so I've got it plugged in. I just want to try the power switch here. Nothing. Oh. So we're getting that blink briefly. Interesting. I'm going to try grab a battery pack just to see if it needs something connected there. So I just grabbed another Nomad I've got that has a bad screen just to verify everything. Power it on, it should work without a battery pack. So I'm going to try just a different AC adapter. I don't think there's a difference, but no, nothing. It's almost like it just gets a little bit of power and then fails. So that'll be a good project, I think, to try and, well, both of these. Repair the screen on this. Oh yeah, this one blinks as soon as you turn it off too. So I wonder, does the screen just not turn on? Let's crank the volume all the way up. Volume up. Oh. Okay. Let's try just replace this a bit. Okay, so looks like a dead screen, but we are booting into that game. Oh yeah, so the brightness wheel is also gone. Anything else missing? I wonder if it works plugged in as a Genesis, working it through my TV. Let's try that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is try and hook this up to my TV. I just want to see that it will work properly. I suspect it will, because it seems like, well, I'm getting audio, so that means the game's booting. So it seems like the screen just is probably damaged, so if this works... Well, it looks like it does. Still getting audio out of here, but... I don't know, I honestly don't know how it's supposed to work. Are you supposed to get audio out of this or out of the TV? But, anyways, looks like it works fine. Let's check some oh, we lost it. Just going to try some controls, see if it will accept input. And my repair dog assistant's here to help. Hi, Kona. And check out a Nomad. Yeah, over it. So I keep freezing up whenever I bang it, so there might just be bad connections in that cart reader, but anyways, looks like it overall kind of works, just the screen is obviously not working. So hopefully that might be pretty simple, might be a screen replacement, which can be a little more involved, but anyways, got ourselves a sort of working Nomad. Obviously need to replace that brightness as well, so something to work on in the future. Okay, next package. So this one, I think I know what it is. And I ordered these a while ago. Don't know why I never really opened it, but let's take a look. These are kind of cool. Oh, great. Holy crap. I had forgotten how much I really ordered here. So, we've got, let's move this off to the side. Got an assortment of Sega Saturn controllers. So, this one is obviously a third party, high frequency. Look like they're all Model 1 versions, which is too bad. Model 2 controller was, oh, there we go, there's a Model 2. So, a little bit different, a little more ergonomic. Oh, it's missing a button. A little more ergonomically friendly, but, I mean, handy to have because Smasted can't sly. So that one's Smasted can't sly. Anyways, these are what I'm kind of intrigued about, and this is a Saturn 3D controller, so it's got a little analog joystick. I think it's analog anyways. Got your D-pad here. Start. Don't know what that does. Might be a turbo button. Triggers are back here, but kind of just a really big, interesting design. Obviously, one second. This probably inspired the design of the Dreamcast controller, as you see some similarities. Some differences, of course, but I'm going to say that was probably the direct inspiration. I don't know when this came out in the timeline of the Saturn, but whether this was already in development or not, couldn't really tell you. But got a few of these to try and sort through, so maybe they just need cleaning, maybe they don't work. I really can't remember, and the eBay listing's gone now, so I couldn't even tell you what it said, but got a whole bunch of Saturn controllers now. Which brings us to this big guy. So this was, I think a viewer sent me a package here, and I honestly can't remember what's in it. It wasn't that long ago. It's been sitting here for a while as I just hadn't really had the time to open her up and test everything, but let's take a look. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so, did an alright job packing it up. Oh, I see some Xboxes and PS2. Now let's just start her up. Get right into this. Okay, PS1. So this is opened. Hopefully the stuff's in here. I don't know, let's see. It's missing some screws. Ribbon cables there. So I'll have to go back in my email and try and figure out what it is. So this is missing a ribbon cable to connect there. Try and figure out what it was that, see if there's any details about this stuff. So is it working? Is it not working? Did they try and mod it? I honestly can't remember. But either way, so got a decent condition shell anyways, so it hasn't gone yellowed or anything. Obviously going to need a cleanup, but to be expected for a system this old. Alright. Xbox. Original Xbox. So, I don't have a power cable handy, but I always like to try and open these up. Oh, there's a hole for paper clips. Just going to see if there's any bonus discs in there. Alright, so got a little diode here. Let's just push it open. Oh no, it's bending. Stupid weak metal. No, that's not going to work. Well, that'll be a task for another day to check out for bonus discs. Oh, might not have to. This has been opened. So given that it's been opened, I'm assuming there's no free games in here. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that another time. And Nintendo NES. So, let's take a look at this. Again, unscrewed, so has been opened. Let's see what we've got here. So this is definitely more in my element. Okay. Cartridge connector. Right here I see a pin that's all mangled up. So I'm guessing that they just couldn't read games off this. The system itself looks to be okay. Cap here looks like it could use replacing, so it's kind of bulging a touch. These ones, I wonder if those have been replaced, these blue guys. They don't always lie flat like that. Perhaps they're lying down because like all these are laying flat as well. Wonder if that's by design. Either way. Move on. Never have too many NESs, I always say. Actually, don't always say that, but I'm going to start. Oh, cool. Master System. So, I do have a Master System of my own, but truth be told, I've never opened it, so I don't really know too much about these, but what goes wrong, how they work. But either way, so it looks like we got a little bit of moisture damage along the back here. Back side of the board, again, shows some corrosion around the edge of these ground planes, but other than that, someone's clearly done a little bit of soldering here, so you can see some flux left over. So, oh, something's missing there. What is that? That's just a hole in the board. Looking right here. So, looks like a fun project to check these out, see what we need to do to fix them, and maybe they just need to be cleaned up. I don't know. But looks like I got some things to do while I'm at home all summer. PS2. Sounds like someone stored nickels in there or something. So this was bought used at... I'm sorry. Bought used for $9.99 at Crash Tag Team Race. No, that's GT 2002. They just stuck stickers on here. Ah, there we go. So there's some screws and other parts. That's why it sounded like there was stuff rolling around, because there was. So that's handy to know that those are all in there. And another PS2. This one is less put together. Oh, there's the top shell. Okay, so top shell, looks to be in good shape. But again, no idea what the problem here is. Probably, my guess would be it's not reading games. It's a pretty typical problem with consoles like these, some of the early disc-based games systems. Nothing in there. Well, that's just not attached to anything. Oh yeah, so there's supposed to be a ribbon connector at the bottom here. And that's been removed, so whether or not these are complete, I don't know. I'm guessing not. I wasn't really expecting them to be, but either way, got some parts, got some good condition shells, so lots of stuff here to hopefully keep me occupied. Oh, so the bottom comes out too. So, interestingly enough, I'm going to leave that alone. I've never actually gone into a PS2 yet, so that might be a good thing to dive into. I have a few PS2s that have bad discs and whatever, so might be a good time to start familiarizing myself with PS2s, as now I've got quite the backlog of them. And that's about it for today. So just a quick little overview of all the stuff that I ordered here. And as you can see, I've got quite a few projects to keep myself busy throughout however long we need to stay at home now. So hopefully be able to pump out a few videos with this stuff. I mean, I can't imagine all of these controllers just don't work, so they might be repairable. Interested to check out this master system, actually. So a lot of work there, but looking forward to it. So that's going to be it for today. Kona, I'd like to thank you as well. So thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks a lot again. We'll see you next video.